Yeah, are you echoing?
No, the mic good. I'm trying to see if you can see my camera.
No, I can't.
What about now?
Yeah.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
Let's see who in the motherfucking. Use the
Okay. I see it because I'm looking up here too.
Yeah. See who in the motherfucking. Hold on a second, bro. Use the
Okay. I see it because I'm looking up here too. Now I gotta mute this.
Yes. So I gotta fucking mute this shit.
It ain't even like, see, I gotta rely on other people to tag me. I know people on my Facebook been tagging me and shit. I can see it, I can't respond to it.
I just want to see who in the comments, man, before we get started.
Ashley, what up? Ashley, what up? Tony Rain.
Okay. Yeah, these are regulars, man. Hey, man. Let's see. We got like 16 motherfuckers watching this shit. Hey, man, I need all y'all to check in. You know what I'm saying? Got a special guest today and shit. Oh, yeah, you already know. Chirac in the building. Hold on, man. Y'all motherfuckers, it's Sunday, so y'all niggas gotta donate to the church. I'll put the link in there. Where the fuck we at? Yeah, Jap need glasses. Shut up, motherfucker. They be funny as hell, man. They be picking the littlest shit, man.
Oh, you already know this, man. Motherfuckers got jokes. It's the troll territory.
Yeah, I'm Catholic. All right, man. So before tonight, Sunday sermon, man, I wanted to chop. I've been meaning to chop it up with my nigga Marcus A. Brown for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming YouTuber, blogger. You know, just I don't know what you want to call it, man. He's all over the place, man. He does a lot of graphics, does a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? From the same city I reside. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and introduce yourself, player.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This your man Marcus A. Brown in the building, chopping it up with Minister Jap.
Hey, man, you already know, man. So I had to hit him up, man, because both of us are going through the same shit, and we kind of always end up going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, right now he's serving a Facebook sentence, and I'm serving two consecutive life terms in Facebook jail right now. So you know, we was gonna talk about that shit, man, with the censorship. Now, this brother is an avid Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? And the black women have band together to shut his shit down. The single mothers, the ratchets have all joined forces to motherfucking shut one man's Facebook page down. So I know how I feel, bro. Speak on that shit, though.
You already know we in the same boat when it comes to people wanting to censor what they disagree with.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's really all it is. I wasn't even gonna go as far. I don't know shorty that got me blocked, so I don't know if she a single mom, and I just consider.
Nah, she's a single mother. You know, as soon as I seen it, I went right on the case.
So I got banned. See, this is what I get, G. And I know we're gonna go into this later, but this is what I get for being nice. That's all that is. Cause I don't report people. I don't remove people. Like you can have an opposing view and stay on my Facebook page. I don't trip. You can even disagree with me. You could tag me, roast me, whatever. I don't care about that. But when people get to trying to censor you or like take food out your mouth, money out your pocket, that's when it become a problem. Those are the two things that I don't do. But like I said, being on some nice shit, I let Shorty stay. And when all of my page started going in on her, that's when she started reporting.
Yeah, and honestly, I hate to sound like a cliche black woman basher, but this is, I'm telling you, every fucking time, it's never white people, it's never black men, it's always fucking black women, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when they hear some shit on the internet, you know what I'm saying, or hear some shit from a man, they just always gotta try to shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just dealing with it. You know, I know you get a lot of backlash. I seen you at a lot of the Trump rallies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it genuine or you trolling? I mean, let's talk about that, man.
At this point, both. I mean, because I've been supporting Trump since the primaries, really since March. I always been a fan of Trump as a celebrity, as a businessman. And if a lot of us are honest with ourselves, we can honestly say everybody loved Trump before he got into politics. It wasn't until he really started, I wouldn't say until he got serious, but until people started taking him seriously, that it became an issue. And it's the same with me and you. Like when you just a fun, apolitical guy and you're an entertainer, that's cool. But when you really start to invoke change or people start listening to you, that's the key. When people start listening to you and taking you seriously, that's when it become a problem. But for me, I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I was in tune with politics the most in the beginning when we had 17 candidates from the Republican Party. I'm not a Republican, but I just got fed up with the leftists, with the Democrats. So I said, you know what? I voted for Obama in 2012. I want to try something different. That was my first red flag. That's when people started disagreeing with me. But
we gotta be honest, man. As young niggas, man. When we fucking voted, we did what our parents told us to do.
All day.
We voted for Obama because it was the cool thing to do. You know, the voter die t-shirts and all the Puffy and BET and all that shit. Like we did. See, I always told motherfuckers, everybody always disagreed with me. I said Obama, what took Obama over the edge was the young, dumb voter.
Yeah.
The young, dumb voter. Because we didn't know, at 18 years old, you don't know shit about politics. You don't know shit about taxes because you're not paying taxes. You don't give a fuck about benefits because you don't give a fuck, you don't get your parents' benefits.
You don't pay taxes, yeah. You're not a property owner.
Honestly, I don't think you should be able to vote till you're 30.
Well, I think people shouldn't be able to vote unless they own property or really pay a great deal of taxes. I'm not talking about retail tax or, you know, tax on the bag of Flaming Hots and shit. I'm talking about like car notes, you own property, you really are investing in the country because that's really all it is. That's another thing I think.
The crazy part about it is like you got a lot of these black single mother Section 8 welfare recipients actually got a voice.
They got a voice, they got an opinion on everything and they ain't paying for shit. They getting everything free or they getting it from a simp nigga, which is still free. You know what I'm saying? They not coming up out their pockets for the things that they want to influence.
What happened was when niggas started waking up, when you came and you said, I'm voting for Trump, you threatened the livelihood of these ratchet bitches.
Oh, yeah, threatening their lifestyle. I mean, no, actually, it went before that because I don't know if people remember this, but I was supporting Bruce Rauner, our current governor, and people had a problem with that, you know, especially the union workers, me being a truck driver. All these union guys hate me because they just think I'm just this young, stupid person. I'm voting for people that's against my own interests. But see, I look at myself as an individual. I'm gonna always get money doing something. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't depend on the government. I never will. I'm gonna always get out here and get it out. And
if it's the same motherfuckers talking about they hustlers and they getting money, but like I said, they all seek handouts from the government and government expansion, which is really a Democratic, I'm seeing a Democratic Party, that's their agenda. They the only ones pushing that. Everybody else, I'm gonna try to keep it simple because I'm still learning a lot of this myself, but to put it in simplest terms, any political figure that's in favor for minimizing government, meaning like making it smaller, making the money that they need to run efficiently, making that smaller, I would be an advocate of that. But like you said, niggas don't know. Niggas don't know this shit. They don't care. All they care about is who's popular.
I'm looking at the like, you know, we both in the city, so we ride through Inglewood. I'm just looking at how all these government programs how crippled niggas. Like honestly, if welfare and all that was good, we would have more doctors in the black community. Like we would have, like, cause you gotta think about it. When you lighten the load on a nigga's overhead, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You lighten the load on a nigga's overhead. You know what I'm saying? These bitches get their kids to get watched for free. They get housing for free. Wouldn't most motherfuckers be raising like straight doctors and lawyers and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, the government is giving us a head start. You know what I'm saying? We got all these free programs we can sign up for. But they only tend to sign up for the programs that enables them to be lazy. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't go to school for free when they know they can't. You know what I'm saying? Now some of them bitches go to school for that check.
Yeah, refund check.
Yeah, they go for that refund check and live off that and then, you know, drop out and drop back in. And, you know, they do shit like that. But I'm saying, though, when you got the government paying a great deal of your rent, your food, you know what I'm saying, everything, wouldn't you take that time to better yourself to get ahead in life? But no, niggas just live off that shit. So, like, my thing is, I'm for whatever politician is ready to cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut that shit out. Like, honestly, black people don't need some tough love. And niggas be like, oh, that's cool shit, this and this. Now, fuck that shit. Because we're going to be honest with this shit. We not producing the best people off of these fucking government assistance and shit like that. Like, the way our communities look, like, you graduating with, that shit look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't, and then, niggas just rock around here with trues, Robin jeans, motherfucking Gucci belts, you know what I'm saying? Riding around in foreigns and shit like that and living in pocket. So I'm not buying that shit no more. Cut niggas off. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a few things you said I want to try to go back on. Damn, you covered a lot. Like going back to the free no, you said if welfare was a good thing, then wouldn't we see more productive black people coming out of that environment? We do. I mean, it's a lot of black people, a lot of successful black people that have came from the hood, from Chicago. I still say Chicago, Chirac or whatever. And they came from humble beginnings. But this is part that don't nobody really peep. Like for those people to come from the projects, from affordable housing, from living off government assistance, once they on their own 2 feet and they are responsible, law-abiding citizens and taxpayers, these are words that niggas don't even like hearing, by the way. But once they become these respectable people, they become the niggas that niggas hate. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be on government assistance and be a successful person at the same time, not unless you're one of these politicians, of course. But for the most part, like, you gotta have one or the other. Either you're gonna be a contributing member of society, or you're gonna be somebody that's living off of the people that's contributing. The money don't just fall out the sky, G. It don't come from the government. The government taxes productive people and turn around and give that money to the baby mamas, the illegal immigrants, the people who aren't contributing or they under contributing. That's like if me and you, we with the guys and shit. Remember back in the day, this was before niggas.
I already know what you finna say.
You know what I'm finna say.
Motherfuckers get together.
Like we grown now.
We about to go get an ounce.
We were shorties.
He got $10, but he gonna hit the boat all fucking night. You know what I'm saying?
And he trying to kill a whole bottle. The nigga who put up $2 trying to kill a whole bottle, G. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, niggas be on some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then they mad at you like, we supposed to be boys. You at the vet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you try to hostile on me because you got some paper. You know
that's it. Bro, that's the same thing that's going on or maybe that's your guy. You know how you bring one of the guys around, he ain't really cool with everybody else, and now they make a meme out of it. Whose man's is this? Like, that's some real shit. Whose man's is it? Because since, hey, that's Jap dude, all right, we ain't gonna beat his ass. But like, if he wants your man's, motherfuckers would be like, bro, you can't be killing that bottle. You ain't put on for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And
so when you be at these Trump rallies, man, what's the experience like, man? Because I be seeing, I'm like, damn, I want to go just to you know, because I'm a shit start ass nigga. I want to kick it off with me, but I'm like, damn, this nigga out here with a suit on, American flag tie,
Yeah.
They loving this nigga down there. This shit is hilarious.
It's
But I know, like, what's the reaction from the black community when you out there?
Right now, that motherfuckers just gave up on me, man. They act like I'm out here killing babies and killing puppies and shit. I don't know. Motherfuckers.
But see, this is the thing though. They like, okay, you're a coon or whatever like that because you support Trump or whatever like that. But Hillary white. So what the fuck? So,
not only is
you gonna support one white motherfucker over the other?
We could be here all day talking about the policies that the Clinton administration put in formation that black people are still being affected by.
Yeah, the jail, incarceration, how they got niggas locked up for long ass sentences, man. Come on, man.
3 strike rules and shit. Come on, man. None of that really was in play. Now, there's shit on YouTube now of Hillary back in the day saying that black people, or especially like the gang element of black society, are what she call them, super predators. You know what I'm saying? Like, she bounces back and forth. Now she talking about she got hot sauce in her bag. Like, she will appeal to whatever is gonna get her to vote or get her, you know, whatever she's seeking at the time. And the media, the black entertainment. I always say this all the time. Like, all hip hop stations are leftists. They brainwash us from an early age to just think like that. And we don't even put no thought.
I was raised to be a Democrat, and I don't even know why.
My whole family is predominantly Democrat. And the fucked up thing about it, I have people that are doing very well in my family, and they still Democrat. And I don't get it. But for me to be doing fairly well, I'm not doing as good as everybody else. But for me to be more conservative with my values, that's like a slap in the face to them. And I'm just like, how? Like, in order for a few niggas to live good, they gotta depend on everybody else being fucked up. And in order for the people that's fucked up to stay where they at, they gotta be comfortable living in shit. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta be comfortable with those hand downs. It's chicks out here that have raised generation after generation of people, the baby mama buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers really living off of that. And to quote your words, they fucking with Dirty Dick Rodneys who really don't have nothing to bring to the table either way. And so they live up under the niggas is fucking with these chicks. They live up under the chicks so the chicks can pretty much be dictator of the household. You're not no man in no household if it's not in your name. You can't be the king of somebody else's castle. You feel me? So like, all these people that's talking about where the real men at, y'all don't want the real men because y'all can't tell them shit. You can't run them around.
Well, back to what I was saying, we're gonna get into that. But the black community, are they, like, I know since you vote for Trump, you know what I'm saying, you back in Trump, the backlash that you getting from motherfuckers our age is getting out of hand. Cause like, I seen the death threat, you know what I'm saying, from a chick. Like, and these be the same bitches that be saying, you know what I'm saying, that they Christians or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They live and die by peace. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about that.
Yeah, they full of shit. They full of shit, G.
You're talking about voting. Like, and this is my thing too. What the fuck has Trump ever done to black people? Bad.
You know what he's doing? He's saying what the majority of Americans want to say. And I'm including these white liberals because they not gonna say the shit. They gonna act like they're advocates of, like, if you go to these Black Lives Matter protests, I watch the shit on the internet. You gonna always have them token white people. It's like, yeah, man, you don't know the plight of the black. They don't get no fuck either because they going back home to their comfortable environments. They wanna seem altruistic, but they really not. They just trying to make themselves feel good with this like fake altruism. So another person asked me like, you kiss white people ass so much, tell me something you don't like about white people. I'm like, I hate white liberals because they're deceptive. Those are the people that want to act like they squad when they ain't squad. At the end of the day, they want to live apart from that. They want diversity, but they want their own little bubble to themselves. So everybody else can be diverse. You could put Abu in the hood with Leroy or Rodney and shit, but I don't want to be dealing with it. This is their mentality.
It's kind of like motherfucker want to see you doing good, but never better than them.
Well, that's the crabs in a bucket thing. That's black people. Yeah. With these white liberals, it's more like, I don't want to see anybody doing better than anybody. It's a socialist mindset. They want to see everybody. Okay. They want to see everybody the same economically, but then they want to preach tolerance and diversity of opposing views. So like, and this brings back up what you said about the black chicks. the bitch who threatened me, threatened everybody on my page, these are the same people that want to say Black Lives Matter. These are the same people that want to.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm going to say this too. Motherfuckers might not like. I'm going to just say it, G. These are people that be getting shot by the police. These are the combative motherfuckers that look, listen, they threatening my life over Facebook, over me trolling, because a lot of the Trump rally
bitches sending me threatening emails talking about they hope I get killed in the streets for just talking about the ratchet.
For saying something they don't agree with.
Not the ratchet shit I do, not none of that. I'm talking about you bitches having babies all over the place. Because I said something about it. I should die. Not the fact that you're actually having these babies, or the nigga who knocked you up in the skedaddle. He shouldn't die. I should die for speaking on this shit. And I contribute more to society than these hoes.
You definitely do, G, because you're waking this up. And then that's the thing. Not everybody want to see everybody waking up, because like when we start thinking for ourselves, when we know how to think instead of what to think, then we're a more independent society. Like as individuals. You might say something, and I might be like, well, I ain't really feeling that. I still fuck with you, but these are the common factors on which we can agree with. Black people don't want that. Socialists don't want that. They want you to agree with everything they got to say. And if you say or do or think for yourself, you do anything they don't agree with, they want to shut you down. That's all that's happening right now.
Yeah, so I know we both in Facebook jail right now, so this is crazy. Hey man, that video you did with the Facebook jail. Hey bro, I need one. Y'all gotta do one for me, man. I need one of them. I'm just following along with what people doing already. Because when I first got banned, I had posted on Instagram, and so people just start. And look, let me say this too. If you look at my page right now, I can't comment on it. But who are all the people doing this free markets? What is it? Save markets. The people that's actually supporting me right now, they're not. There's a lot of white people. Yeah, they Trump supporters. So why is it black people tell me, oh, don't go to them rallies, they're gonna hang you, they're gonna beat your ass. The only people that's really threatening my life are Trump protesters. But see, this is the thing. Motherfuckers are looking at a black motherfucker who's a Trump supporter like, oh, you selling out your people. As if Hillary is for our people. Well, this is the way I feel about it. Like, I would support somebody because I agree with their values. I agree with what they presenting at the time. Politics is dirty. Like, a lot of people be like, all right, Hillary could get in there and fuck us over. Trump could get in there and fuck us over. It's all the same. And they try to discourage you from having a solid position. So really, like, they want you to be a neutron. They don't want you to pick a side. They want you to be cool and just like post up and don't say shit. Really just leave it up to chance. Me, I just take a chance. Now, if Trump lose, I'm going to take a L. And the same people going to troll me. And guess what? I'm not going to flag them. I'm not going to report them. I'll fuck around and laugh at it. If Trump lose, I already know everybody that's been watching me this whole time is going to flood my page. They're going to flood me and roast the shit out of me. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But that's not what other people want to do. They want to be neutral because they don't want to risk a chance. Like, the few people that I support in Hillary, they're going to get trolled. Like, if she lose, which it looked like she's not really doing too well right now. Soon as Hillary... I talk to black women and I ask them, why do you support Hillary? And the answers is just because Trump is racist. That's it. That's what they've been spoon-fed the answers already. I had to be real. I was like, look, man, we got to really think about shit in an objective way. I told motherfuckers, if Trump was black, he'd be the realest nigga on earth. Because he employed more people. Yep. Black, white, everybody. Period. He handed out jobs. It's like a nigga, if this was the streets, this is a nigga handing out that work. I ain't seen nothing, bro. Like, he giving out, he employs people, and the nigga makes money. Like, oh, he went bankrupt. I'm like, listen, man, most of you hoes is bankrupt right now. You asking niggas for gas money. This nigga went bankrupt, down 500 million, come out of the hole. Like, you gotta respect a motherfucker money-wise like this. He talked about all this shit in The Art of the Deal. Like, when he first started running, a lot of the tactics he was doing, it was straight out of Art of the Deal. It's a playbook on business, how to handle business, how to handle negotiations. And he finessed he finessed the whole Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say he's not a true Republican.
That's that no true Scotsman fallacy. The people who support Trump, that's the very reason we fuck with him, because he ain't no Republican. He not, you know.
He's not really a politician.
He's not.
I don't even see him as a politician. He's just a motherfucker.
He a businessman.
Businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
I'm entertained by every time you say something. I'm not gonna lie. This shit's
bro,
hilarious.
like, it's so much ratting on this election, and it ain't even, honestly, all the politicians have been corrupt in our lifetimes. So if Trump got in there, either two things might happen. Like, the best possible outcome is that he come through with everything he said he want to present. The second option is this was all talk, he get in the office and he's just like Hillary. That's what everybody banking on, so they can talk shit about people like me. And the third option is he get in there and he really has good intentions, but the rest of whatever that cabinet, whatever other little branches of government he got to deal with, they won't cooperate with him, because they looking at it like, bro, you rocking the boat. It's no different from us with the rap game. If you doing a YouTube thing now, all these DJs, all these promoters, these fucking producers, all these people that was playing gatekeeper, they can't play gatekeeper with you no more, because
we already know that game.
Yeah, it's the same. I see the same thing, you know, and it's different cycles in my life, to where now that I'm kind of navigating that instead of going along to get along, that's when that's why I meet resistance, but I'm cool with it, because it's cleaning house for me. So like, it's showing me who really fuck with me versus who don't fuck with me. And for people who really fuck with me, that's who I'ma really fuck with. That's who I'ma always be in the clutch for. But for all these other phonies, I'm telling you, G, I learned this from World Star, I learned this from Trump. When you up, everybody on your dick. When you look like you down, motherfuckers that you thought was fucking with you, G, they'll kick you while you down, or kick you while they think you down. And all this Trump shit is, for me, it's fun because I get to troll, but it's really just cleaning house. It's showing me who really respect me for who I am versus who want me to just.
And this is the thing, motherfuckers, they fight for freedom of speech. They say, motherfuckers got rights. But the moment that you say something that's opposed to the social norm, the black spectrum, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers want to go in. So I tell motherfuckers, you could vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for, but don't fucking hate another motherfucker for how they fucking feel about, because motherfuckers only have two choices. So don't let this shit divide motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. I like to consider myself a libertarian, but I've been kind of silent on that, because as a centrist, you'll realize, like, it's a lot of people claiming that because they trying to be neutron. It's like being in jail. It's like, nigga, what is you? Like, remember back in the day, motherfuckers be like, what you is?
Yeah, what you is?
Like, even if you was a neutron, you was cool with somebody, so motherfuckers will have your back like, oh, that's fam little cousin, that's Mo Man little cousin, like, leave dude alone, he cool. Ain't none of that in politics. So, either you got these far right-wing Republicans, these conservatives, these are the people that want to have some type of influence on reproduction rights. They want to, where they used to have like an issue with gays, and now they kind of putting their tail between their legs on that. And then you got like the far left who wants everybody to be on the same playing field. They want to attack anybody that's successful, and they want to control speech. They want to, like you said, if they say free speech, everybody got rights. Until you do some shit they don't agree with, then they want to shut you down.
So just to wrap that portion up, the brother is in Facebook jail for his views on Trump.
Yeah, lock him
in Facebook jail for my views on black single mothers and they ratchet ass. Now, I gotta bring this up, man, because a lot of motherfuckers, they probably in the chat like, who the fuck is this guy? Why the fuck is y'all interviewing this guy? But they don't know you went viral on the internet, like millions of views on World Star for a situation. How many years ago was that?
I ain't hear that last part.
When you went viral on World Star, that was like millions or some shit, right? Yeah,
that was August of 2012. Shit, I don't even keep up with it no more, bro. Cause I know that year, that month of August, it was at 2 million views by the Bud Billiken parade. Cause I had people walking up to me in the Bud Billiken parade. I didn't know them. It was females too. They was like, that was fucked up. What happened, G? You need a hug.
Right, so hold on. We gotta break this thing down, because the reason why I titled today's Sunday sermon a moment of clarity, you know what I'm saying, when dealing with the black single mothers, because me and this brother had a commonality on, You know what I'm saying? When you get to that point, you have to just sit back and say, you know what? I need to fuck with better bitches. I need to fuck with better motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So break down. Hold on.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
So break down. Got apple cider and shit. What happened on that video and what they need to Google to actually find that video? Because I saw it a few times and I'm like, man, it's kind of hard to find it again. But break down what happened in that World Star video and just give them a history lesson of that whole shit real quick.
Well, I'm only doing this for Jap, G, because I don't really talk about it as much because I'm writing a book. So I'm gonna put more details in the book.
Okay. Give us something.
Yeah, just a rundown. The video that I posted, it was on World Star. It's called "Acting Up." Something about guy catches girlfriend cheating or whatever. But if you look up YouTube, Facebook, the shit is everywhere. That's why I don't keep up with it no more. But I was dating a chick. This was in 2012, actually like 2011. But the video that night happened August 11, 2012. I don't forget. It was like 4 in the morning. Shorty was supposed to be going out with her girls. We was off and on like that whole month. So it's debatable whether you would really say we was together or not. But my point is, motherfuckers was trying to play me like some type of goofy because I was still in the picture, which that was a simp move on my part. Right now, at this point in my life, I wouldn't tolerate none of that. But I was trying to hold on to a relationship. But long story short, I walked in on Shorty with another dude, and I just pulled the phone out. That's when I was shooting videos, so just doing what I always do. I was thinking to myself, like, am I finna fight her, finna fight this dude? Am I finna test some shit up and go to jail? No, I ain't finna do all that. So I recorded it on some salty shit. I was very salty, very spiteful. I was hurt, and I had uploaded it, and I'm telling you, G, like, I sent it to World Star. They posted that shit up in like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes. Because that's how World Star works. Like if you're a rapper trying to get on, they want you to pay. It's pay to play with them. But if it's some drama, if it's some shit that make niggas look bad, they gonna run with it. And of course they did. And once it hit World Star, I wasn't no taking it down. Like that shit was out there. Made like 25,000 views, G, and every time I refreshed the page, it was like going up by the thousands. And shit, I kind of lose track of what I was doing. But that was like the highlight of what I'm doing now. That's what put me on this path. And the more I start openly talking about it, the more people start. Oh, let me say this too. There's a guy named Sandman in the MGTOW community, Sandman MGTOW from Canada. He did a commentary on my story. This was years later. But that's what got me the little following that I got on YouTube and Facebook. I would say Facebook more so because I spend more time on there. I ain't been as consistent on YouTube, but man, really sharing that story, it had a lot of other guys reaching out to me from across the world. And what they did for me was it took away all the bitterness that I had, took away the rage that I had, because it's niggas out here going through it. Like motherfuckers out here dealing with child support issues. I ain't got no kids. I was dating a single mother. I was playing daddy, which was a decent experience. But I don't have them problems, you know what I'm saying? So now that I get to hear from people that's going through divorce, that's going through paying alimony, that's going through having a wife, their baby mama getting ran, all type of crazy stories, G. What I went through, even though everybody saw it, it really ain't shit compared to what a lot of people going through. So that's why I empathize with people, and that's why I started doing the MGTOW content. And that was another thing, like 2012 was like the worst year of my life. 2013 is when shit started turning around. That's when I said I finally gave up on trying to hold on to something that wasn't working. And that's when I just started grinding, G. I'm talking about working, side hustles.
Yeah, I remember like, you know, in that ordeal with you arguing with her, you was talking about all the shit you did. I mean, I was co-signing a car with her.
Oh, yeah. No, I ain't co-signing a car. I put on some credit cards. So I helped her establish credit. You know what I'm saying? And I had to pay for that too, because during our bitter breakup, she ran me up actually four racks in credit card debt. And it took me, actually I had debt problems before I met her, but she helped running shit up because I was trying to help her instead of helping myself. But out of all of that, the year 2013 was the year I paid all that shit off. So I basically wiped the slate clean. I grinded, and I got on top of my shit to the point I was able to get more work done in 1 year by myself than I was able to do my whole adult life through various relationships.
What did you, when you first met her, because like, you know, what did you really see in her that made you want to invest in her like you were going to have a future with her? I mean, like, what were you at mentally? Were you a nigga that really couldn't get broads, or like you just, was the bitch just that motherfucking captivating mentally? I mean, like, because now we in a space now where we know that, look, this woman has no benefit to me.
Right.
You know, so was you like, she was getting over sex? I mean, what the fuck was it? Because like, niggas looked at her, dog. Like, he was
yeah, niggas looked at it, was like, bro, you like
yeah,
well, two things. For one, she was bad to me. You know what I'm saying? I was in a picture when her shorty was first born, so I got the opportunity to see her before she started approaching the wall. She's not an ugly chick, you know. She might have let herself go in some way.
Yeah, she was cute in the face,
but she wasn't ugly. You know what I'm saying? But I think what really did it for me, we was all rapping, so we was in the rap scene. She was supporting me with that. She knew more of my financial situation at the time. So for her to kind of fuck with me at a time when I was out here bogus, I'm loyal like that. Like if you looked out for me when I was down, I'd never forget it. So if I'm ever in a better position, even if you don't really have much to offer me at that point, I would think to myself like, all right, I need to look out for him because he looked out for me. And it was like one of them situations. Like,
I tell brothers all the time too, man. That's tricky. Don't look at it.
Oh, being
just because a motherfucker was there for you when you was down, don't mean that they helped you get up. They just was around.
Yeah, yeah. Cali Muscle going through that now.
There's a lot of motherfuckers be quick to give credit because a lot of bitches see your potential and be like, oh,
yeah,
you down, but I know you're gonna get up and I'm gonna just stay right here because your ass is a softy. As soon as you get back up, you're gonna want to spin on me. You know what I'm saying? So niggas gotta really watch that because these motherfuckers know they play the stock market with niggas, man.
Yeah, they try to get in their claim early. And I'm not saying that's what she was doing. It might have been like looking back at it. But at the time, I just looked at it like she really fucking with me, you know, and for that, that made me even more invested in that relationship. Also, about her not being with the father of a child at that time, I ain't got no kids. Now I'm gonna say this is a good thing about that relationship. I used to think I didn't want kids. I used to think I hated kids and like they just loud, noisy, sloppy. I'm a more clean person. I just hate pets, kids, all that shit. That's what I used to think. But dealing with her in that relationship, it taught me that it ain't the kids that I'm really worried about. I'm actually good with kids. It's really baby mamas that I'm afraid of. That's what that's the drama I don't want. But yeah, being in that relationship, it did some good things for me. But in the long run, I had more to gain by just doing my own thing. And I was like just trying to help motherfuckers out when it wasn't working out.
Yeah. But see, like, that's the thing, man. The single mother thing, I tell motherfuckers all the time. You know, it's an experience, man. Like, and when you like black women at this age that we at, you gonna encounter a fucking single mother. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody in their late 20s, shit, really earlier than that, like in their early 20s,
it's rare. Everybody having kids. You gotta hold on to them.
Definitely, the older you get, the more it's inevitable you're gonna run into chicks with kids. And at that point, once you reach your 30s and shit, you just gotta at least appreciate that. Damn, all right, at least they kept themselves looking right, looking together, or whatever. But in your 20s, yeah, you're gonna encounter a lot of single mothers, and they don't see it as a problem because society really don't demonize it like they used to. Like back in the day, back in our parents and our grandparents' day, if you had a shorty outside of wedlock, either you was gonna be in a shotgun wedding where motherfuckers, the families made y'all get together, or you was just one of them females that was looked down upon. Motherfucker, your mama would send you down south like, you're not finna be up here because you're a representation of me. You finna take you and that bastard baby, y'all finna go down there with Pawpaw or some shit. Like, it was real, you know? But nowadays, we glorify that shit. So women take pride in saying that they a single mother or that they don't need their baby daddy. That's the destruction of a black family. Like, why do y'all think that shit is cool?
So what was the relationship like between you and her baby daddy? What was the dynamic with that shit?
we was cool. Like we stayed clear of each other. If we was in the same room, we'd talk. I think what really sealed the deal for me was that her family, everybody saw that I was good with her son. And so like that really got me drawn in, because now I got the family fucking with me. I had one of the only relationships where the baby daddy ain't on no bullshit. So it was like ideal, and I thought that was where I needed to be. And that was cool, and it's gonna go into that Russell Wilson situation where everybody asks why men got a problem with that. You do have some men that are stepfathers and they are appreciated for that. But for a person who's single, who don't have kids, that's kind of a disservice to other. If for a man that's single, good job, he got all this potential. For him to wife a single mother, that's a slap in the face to women who don't have kids. Because it's like, how the fuck is it that this one, like, let's say you got a single chick, she doing her own thing, she going to school, she working, she doing all this good shit, and the more important part, she don't have no problems. She don't got no baggage. She ain't got no STDs, baby daddy drama. That's who needs the Russell Wilsons. You know what I'm saying? That's who deserve that shit. But for niggas to be simping and for niggas to be wifing other niggas' problems, you wifing leftovers, that's really like a slap in the face to all respectable women who have reserved themselves for marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you were in a simp-like mind state at that time, right?
Yeah, I'm a mama's boy, G. So I'm just...
So you didn't find it like real kind of like, look, man, I sold myself short. Because you said you knew her when her body was crazy before she had the baby and shit like that. And now that she had the baby and this shit didn't work out with dude, now you get the leftover everything. You know
I was a blue pillar. So right now we would call that friend zoning. We know what it is. That's what it is. It's friend zoning. It's orbiting. It's like every female got niggas that's doing this. Like every female got the guy that we had this conversation before. The guy that she go to the movies with, the guy that drive her around, the guy that she call to listen to her problems, and then she got the nigga she get that work from that's gonna lay that pipe, and that's usually who she end up having a shorty with. But then she gonna ask all the other niggas, the simp niggas, the people who wanna wait, they waiting in line for a chance. She used one of them to compensate, basically to be the government and take care of Dirty Dick Rodney's babies. It's cuckolding. And that's what it was, you know, that, like, being honest about it. I ain't know that back in the day. I ain't know none of this manosphere.
What was the plan? Like, I mean, when you was with her, did you see yourself marrying this woman? Y'all have plans on this?
Yeah, I did. And that's the problem, because I didn't have a Jap Hussein. I didn't have a Tom Likas. I didn't have an Angry Man. I didn't have none of these Obsidian Network. I didn't have these male influences or people to look up to be like, nah, shorty, this is how this shit work. And if if it's single mothers that's raising men to wife single mothers, you just gonna have a repeat of the same shit. That's why they got such a problem with your platform and the things you talk about, because you might be waking up the shorty. It's niggas going to school right now. It's teenagers. It's people that's in grammar school and they like girls. They in that phase where they want to be accepted. They want to fit in. But if you say something that sparks something, they man, like, you know what? I'm the prize, G. I'm the one that's working. I'm the one that's paying for days. Maybe these bitches need to be chasing me. If you got shorties that are exposed to that information early, you ain't no telling who they gonna be in the future. They could be the next, I hate to say it, they could be the Donald Trumps, G. They could be the it's another dude, Marcus Brownlee, who O'Shea just made a video on. Black guy, one of the most popular technology commentators on YouTube. They could be one of them because they focus ain't on pandering to bitches. They focus on whatever it is they passionate about. Now I'm gonna say this too about my family, because a lot of people want to throw up the your mama black, your mama black. My mama is a black single mother. My mom is in her 50s. I'm grown, my brother grown. She keep it 100 with us more now than she did back in the day. I love her for that. I ain't mad at her, but the point I'm making is between her and my father, and they not together. My father, he's a retired police officer. You know what I'm saying? Before that, he was he worked for the post office. Before that, he was in the military. My man's always got money. That's what he do. That was in his genes to be a worker. But yeah, being honest about it, he's a utility. He got bitches back in his day, That's why he got 4 baby mamas that's in different parts of the country. He's not a bad dude, but nobody had this conversation with me, not even him, because a lot of niggas ain't really trying to own up to their mistakes and tell they shorties like, look, bro, protect your seed. You getting money, walk this line, deal with this type of chick. Don't tolerate this bullshit. Ain't nobody telling the shorties that. Ain't nobody telling the guys that, but the rappers. You know what I'm saying? So rap, especially back in the day, it had more of a male dominated. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it was putting niggas on game, especially like in the pimp era in Chicago and shit. Twisted, Do It Down, all them type of like they was really kind of laying the law. They was putting niggas on game, and the feminist movement start attacking that type of speech because, but they was attacking that speech at the same time the Destiny's Child was coming out. At the same time the gynocentric music was the independent woman era. So you got people that's like telling these women like, y'all don't need no man, y'all can do all by yourself. And they was really trying to shut down the speech where niggas was like, I'm listening to old rap now, G, because I was sleep on all that. I'm more of a Tupac fan than anybody else, or anybody before Tupac, I don't really know much about. But all them old hip hop, man, niggas was laying law, G, like, don't be wifing these thoughts, basically.
Yeah. But like, you know, the game has changed. I mean, when you got niggas singing songs like "I Might Fuck the Whole Thing," right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit you want? You know what I'm saying? But like, I tell motherfuckers, man, like, how you deal with women with is going to determine how long you're going to be successful in life.
Yeah. Because
every nigga who okay, you can sit around here, you can grind hard as hell, you can accomplish all this shit, and pick the wrong motherfucking woman that can take it off from you.
She'll bring all that shit down.
You get you a ratchet ass single mother who don't got no vision or no nothing, but she knows the law. She gonna take everything from your ass. You know what I'm saying?
And the law gonna be in favor of it. Like that's the story that I hear every time, over and over and over. Motherfuckers getting ripped off for child support. Some people, they get caught up in common law marriages where they wasn't even married, but they had a chick living with them. I don't have no chick staying with me. Ain't no bitch paying for my bills or cooking for me. I don't need all that. All I need is a female that's pleasant to be around. But you got a chick living with you for so much time, depending on the state you live in, the law could consider that a common law marriage. And she can move out, and it's almost like getting a divorce because now you partially responsible for her lifestyle. And it's like, why? You know, that shit don't even make sense, but it's happening.
So let's talk about that moment of clarity. Like, when you, was it right when the cheating happened? And that's when you was like,
no, it wasn't. I got back with her after that. Bro, I'm telling you, G.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Shit was real. I was lost in the sauce. But like I said, I'm not bashing my mom. Like, me and her had this conversation all the time. It was missing elements. Wasn't nobody telling me nothing wrong, but they wasn't telling me the right shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was already, it's embedded in me, even to this day, to do some blue pill type shit because it feels good. It feels good to pay for a date sometimes. It feels good to compliment women, even though women don't always like compliments or they don't like it from the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Nobody taught me this shit. So like, I was trying to hold on to that relationship. We got back together. That happened a couple of more times, but what really did it for me, we had an incident where me and her got in an argument. I had bought her a phone. Threw the phone down, G, because that's like, this her world. She always in the phone. Take the phone, throw it down. That's property damage right there. I wasn't allowed in the security had to escort me out the building. I wasn't allowed back in there until we took anger management courses. Now, during the time I was... No, this is in Marshfield Gardens over there on North Avenue in Sedgwick.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't allowed back into that complex until I damaged the door. So I had to pay for the door and I had to get her phone. And I had to go through anger management courses with her to get access back into the building. Man, I was at her crib all the time. So I got hella shit in her crib. I got computers in that bitch, speakers, stuff that I'm just like, man, you know what, shorty, if we don't work out, just give me my shit back. That's the simple thing, right? She don't want to do that. She wants to hand dish me out my own shit like days at a time. When if we was really done with each other, it would have been, here's all your shit, get the fuck on.
Yeah, but I seen a video you put up when she fucked your car up, bro.
That was in 2013. That was after the red pill, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I tell people, if you look at both videos, you can kind of see where my man was at in 2012 versus 2013. That was the real moment of clarity, not 2012. The moment of clarity for me, I would say, is when, like I said, I took all of 2013, I paid all my debt off. All I had was that car note at the time. I was still living with family because I ain't have my own shit. I ain't have my own priorities. But I was pretty much weaning myself off of her. But once I was completely off of that titty, it was like shit, man, I'm chilling. And she moved to Florida because I ain't gonna put all her, but she created other enemies besides me. So Chicago ain't really the most friendly environment for her anyway because of other things that she did to other people.
I already know how the city be.
Yeah, but I mean, make a long story short,
Chicago going down south trying to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, basically, motherfuckers, they fuck up all they connects down here, or they thought out everybody out here, so it's like really no prospects for them to stay. So she moved out the state on Halloween actually, because this day coming up, I call that my MGTOW anniversary and shit. It'll be 3 years. Halloween was the last day that we was on good terms. You can look at my face if they ain't banned the shit already. My Facebook got all the dirt, everything is on Facebook. So you can look at pictures of us then when we was. This is after World Star, man. We was still on good terms. I took her out for the last weekend that she was here, and I helped her move. Like I ain't help her move to Florida, but I helped her pack a lot of boxes and shit to move out of that apartment. And I spent like the last few days with her before she left. But I'm just saying all that to say this. She left in October. The moment she left, I said, all right, this is my time to do me. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying off all my debt. Now I'm just finna build myself and figure out who I am and what I want to do and shit. She was calling me all the time in Florida. She was having her son call me. She was texting me, calling my mama and shit. I'm not responding to her. And it wasn't no hate. It wasn't no malice or nothing. In my mind, it was like, all I was doing was listening to Tom Likas every day. And all I was doing was going to work, paying off debt. And I'm like, shit, I don't have nothing to say. I just want it to be over, man. I just want this shit to be over with. She blew my line up, G, from October to December. And I wasn't talking to her. I wasn't responding. So she comes back for Christmas, for the Christmas break. Showed up to my mama crib. And I was asleep. I woke up to a whole bunch of banging on the door. The video on my old channel, on the Young Hood channel and shit.
Yeah, I see it.
She's banging on the door, and I'm just like, my grandma like, who is that? I'm like, I'm not talking. We have nothing to say to each other. So she sent me text saying like, if you care about your car, you'll come outside. That was the moment of clarity for me because I by that time I had listened to all the videos on emotional manipulation and withdrawal of affection. I listened to all the different content providers talk about how chicks work, how they operate. They not dumb, G. They master manipulators. You know what I'm saying? So she knew exactly what she was doing. And the moment of clarity for me was when I stopped caring about the car. I was like, man, you know what? Why would I trip over that? She's threatening to fuck up my car. I got insurance. I don't want to talk to her. That's all she wants is attention. And the irony about it, I get more attention from people that I don't pay attention to. It's funny how that worked. Like, she blew up my line from October to December because I wasn't responding. Whereas in 2012, when I was blowing up her line, she was in bed with other niggas. So I get it now. You know what I'm saying? That was the moment of clarity for me. I filmed that too. I watched her fuck up my car, and I just didn't really feel no way about it. I was like, it's just a car. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I never felt that level of not giving a fuck before. But once I felt it, it's been me ever since. So even now with the Trump rallies, with the whatever else the MGTOW content, like everything I do, I get backlash from. And my only objective is to see who it is. So I'm gonna watch and be like, oh, okay, I can't fuck with you no more. All right. Damn, I can't fuck. I thought we was cool. I can't fuck with you no more. And I'm just taking notes. You know what I'm saying? But that was the moment of clarity for me when I realized that it ain't I'm trying to think of some shit another nigga said. One of my guys at work, he was telling me like, it ain't what people do, is how we react to it. And if you don't feel the need to react, then it has no power over you. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what it is. From that point, from 2013, that was December. I don't remember the exact date. It was like December. It was close to New Year's, like 28th or 29th or whatever. But she came back up here, fucked up my car. All I did, G, because she gave me the key. She gave me the key. All I had to do was record the shit, walk straight to the police station. I had to deal with some shaming from them too, because they wanted to talk shit like, why you ain't put the car in the garage? Like, really, you wouldn't ask no bitch that if I fucked her car up. But I had to just go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? She fucked up my car, took that shit straight to the law. She had to pay restitution, which I don't know. I accepted that because really she could have went to jail because that was over $300 in property damage. That was a felony. Yeah, but you know, that's what really triggered me and with the whole gynocentrism thing. Because when we went to court over that shit, it was a female judge. It was a female. All of the staff was female except for the bailiff. So the nigga that come take you away, all that shit, she ain't get no law. She ain't get no time or nothing like that. All she had to do was pay $300 restitution. I asked them like, well, this was $1,100 of damages. Like, what about the rest of it? It was like if you really got that much of an issue with it, then you would have to take that up in civil court. And this is what I don't know who the lady was, but she was one of the state's attorneys or something. She like, shit, you should be lucky that you got that. And I'm like the audacity of these people, G, the way they talk to men, the way they talk to niggas. That's what really set me on this path more than anything. With the whole relationship, I'm over that. Like, I wish.
Look at how they coddle to the character of the black single mom. I mean, I've seen how she act when she get mad. She ratchet, she belligerent, she loud. She out there tearing your shit up. She's a mother.
Right. This is somebody
first and foremost. So you risking your freedom and risking getting your shit blew back, doing that shit to the wrong nigga. And the law is on your side. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. And that's why I go so hard on the single mothers, because they getting away with murder out here. They getting away with murder out here. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, they can get away with anything. Everybody kiss their ass. Police kiss their ass. The judge kiss their ass. Their mama kiss their ass.
Everybody. Kiss their ass. And look, if you stand up to any of it, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you stand up to any of it,
Or I hate my mama. I hate my mama because I'm tired of y'all bitches having these babies out of wedlock.
Yeah.
I hate my mama.
It's gonna always be a white knight out there too, G. It's gonna always be somebody that's taking up. They don't have to know the story. Like, they can just see a female raising her voice and they'll run to the rescue. Like, what's going on? They don't have to know the story. They don't have to know that, hey, this bitch is the aggressor. And that's just kind of the society we live in.
I never take nobody's side, man, when these chicks be talking about all this domestic shit and everything like that, because I've been there. I've been with a chick that provoked the shit. You know what I'm saying? She, like, right. Provoke the shit. And take a very strong motherfucker to walk away. And, you know, it's only so much that a person can take.
Yeah.
You snap.
No, you're right. Like, that's part of what a lot of times I get caught up in these male conversations now because people tag me in this shit because they want my opinion. I know a dude right now, be at the gym and shit. This is a swole alpha dude. Whether you want to say I'm alpha or beta or whatever, I don't feed into that. I don't consider myself no alpha male, and I know people be like, that don't make sense, but I'm just indifferent. My power resides in what I don't get involved in. So I can cut a bitch off. That's my power. I can't be tough. I ain't no tough nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unless I really got to defend myself. But for the tough, this is my message to the tough niggas, to the real alpha men. If you're a real alpha male, meaning you like primitively and modern wise, like, your problem is your temper. So you gotta really be careful with a chick will pull your strings and try to manipulate you into doing. Like I say, it was this dude at the gym. This nigga, I talk to him all the time because he just started checking out my channel. And he came in the gym one morning like punching lockers and shit. Fuck this shit. And I was like, I'm a little ass nigga. I'm just looking at this dude like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you gonna scare these white people, they gonna kick your ass out. But the problem, he was mad, you know what I'm saying, because he was dealing with a chick out of town in Wisconsin. And she was like playing with his time. She would invite him somewhere, then say, oh, well, I can't make it. She would send him off. I'm like, dude, stop talking to her. You know, it's real easy. The shit is easy, G, but nobody's there to tell us that early. So he took my
life. A lot of niggas, like you said, your power comes from what you don't get involved with. A lot of times you'll notice when, you know, you put up a lot of bullshit with a female and you just, you know, you just fade away. You don't even declare it. You just change.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck I heard you? You know what I'm saying? They start trying to chase you down. You know what I'm saying? But you just, you fade the fuck to black. You know what I'm saying? And they fuck their head up so much. They be trying to figure out what the fuck they did wrong and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, eventually you get a chance to check their ass for some bullshit. But, you know, when I had my moral clarity, I mean, man, it actually made me more strong to where I can break up. Like before, I could never break up. Like breakups.
Yeah. The more you invest in it, the more you feel.
It would linger for months, shit like that. Like if you tell me it's over, okay, cool. I'm going to Pepe's or Island Bar. See you later. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I've never been able to just detach myself until maybe like 2000 and god damn shit, maybe 10 or 9. You know what I'm saying? And that's when like I just really started opening my eyes and seeing like, you know, what relationships are worth it and what aren't. You know what I'm saying? And really evaluating these chicks and not just like, okay, I got a pretty chick that I got time in with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas can only value that they get named out of their broad is like, oh, my bitch is fine. That's it. But you putting up with a whole bunch of other shit.
Bunch of drama, yeah.
And when I learned that shit, like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a commodity out here. I'm a prize as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just keep being a sucker for a motherfucker just because they fine. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to come to the table and meet me how I'm meeting them. You know what I'm saying? Match me what I'm matching you with. Because at the end of the day, I noticed that I was losing a lot of time that I can't get back. Cannot get back this time. And the resources and the money, I could earn it back. But the time wasted and fucking with a motherfucker trying to put up with their shit, that's some simp shit. I was simp. But putting up with their shit just for the sake of not losing them, that's simp shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when, you know, we both, a lot of brothers went through that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make something work that just ain't gonna work. You know, and once you get yourself into this mindset to where you realize that, look, man, you are the fucking prize in the world full of fucking dirty dick Rodneys, you know what I'm saying? We are the fucking prize. And like I said, no, like you was talking about with the Russell Wilson. Sierra didn't deserve that man. She deserved.
Yeah, that's like nice to say, cause she's like the quintessential. She like the representation for all ratchet single mamas. You know what I'm saying? Sierra herself, I got nothing against her. She actually winning by fucking with Russell Wilson. But like you said, Russell Wilson, wife and her, that's kind of a disservice to other women. Actually, a disservice.
His value. He didn't see any value in himself fucking with her.
Exactly.
Because like when your baby daddy, like I always tell motherfuckers.
Like why would you have your first child with a chick who got a child, with a chick who got a celebrity's child, and she got a history of fucking with dirty dick Rodneys of the industry. Like, not to diss motherfucking 50 Cent and Bow Wow, whoever else she was fucking with, but Sierra got a history, G. People want to act like she don't, but she been around. But all these celebrities have. So, I mean, the point is, why would you wife somebody who got a shorty? Like, you fused your legacy with Future's legacy.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Like, but this is another thing too. I got a video coming. I'm gonna touch on this. But that
somebody say Sierra making her proud. Yeah, basically.
The pussy is only as valuable as the previous owner when you're dealing with a single mother. Because it's just like a car. If a motherfucker is selling a used car, because a single mother is a used car, right?
Right. Yeah, with a lot of knowledge.
If a motherfucker is
some old accidents,
car, I have to evaluate the driver of that used car. If I'm going to buy this used car, you see what I'm saying? If it's a used home, whatever. How did this motherfucker take care and maintain this motherfucker. How did he drive this motherfucker? And you have to compare, because Sierra is a single mother, so you gotta say, okay, I'm Russell. The last driver of this pussy was Future. he got to a wreck with the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Future was doing 100 miles an hour in that bitch.
he was drunk driving. He got DUI.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Driving that bitch.
And now he's ready to sell. They didn't dress this motherfucker all up. They didn't put candy paint on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Got this motherfucker engine tuned up and giving me a hell of a deal right now. You know what I'm saying? I want the Carfax. You know what I'm saying? I gotta evaluate the person that was driving this bitch first, because you gotta understand what was her mindset with fucking with a nigga like Future. And like I was telling you, with Shorty, I think you got damaged goods because dude who fucked her and got her pregnant got the best years of her life. And she probably wanted to fuck with that nigga for real. He ain't want nothing to do with her ass. So she said, you know what? I fuck with Marcus.
Exactly. No, you're right. I would say that's accurate.
You know what I'm saying? And what you gotta do, even any nigga who decide to deal with a single mother, you gotta evaluate the character of the motherfucker who knocked her up. You know what I'm saying? Because that speaks highly of her. Like, if you willing to get knocked up by a dirty dick riding, don't try to get your life together on my watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be some type of commonality between the new nigga and the nigga that she was previously with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should both kind of have.
Nah, I mean,
like, okay, this is a hardworking dude. This was a respectable dude. It just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Shit. O'Shea said this in a video too. I know you in tune with O'Shea. I think his name O'Shea. Yeah. Damn, what he said. I'll be listening to so much shit, G, but it reflect what you said. Like, for chicks, the guys who they fuck with in the beginning, especially like whoever taking the virginity, I would say, is they gonna have the impression of the type of, that would be the type of guy that she gonna go to all the time. It don't gotta be that specific man, but like, for example, if a chick first experience was with a dirty dick Rodney, she gonna have a whole bunch of other guys available to her. So she might fuck with the old rich nigga, because every chick got an old nigga that's trying to get at her. She might fuck with the young dude who he cool, but he just corny. He a lame. Or she gonna fuck with the dude who just like her orbiter. But by her first experience being with the dirty dick Rodney, if that was the case, she gonna always be attracted to that type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even if she do eventually start looking for the niggas that's gonna save her. Yeah. She want to be saved. She want to live comfortably, and that's another thing. A lot of times, if you listen to chicks when they get to that age, when they talking about marriage and shit, everybody want to get married. All these chicks saying, "I can't wait to have my wedding." That's really what it's about. They don't give a fuck about, "I can't wait till I find my husband," or "I can't wait till I find somebody I can have children with." Bitches is having kids first and trying to get married second. They doing this shit backwards. And
it's like I got a video, I was talking about this shit, it's like going to go get your rims and then going shopping for the car afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just backwards as hell. You know what I'm saying? But how are things now with you and dealing with black women, as far as like you got a lot of ratchets still running? I mean, we in Chicago, you know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I ain't holier than thou. Like, I think that's what people got a problem with. Mostly like the black people that be bashing me on my page. I'm not no complete Oreo. I come from them, so I'm still a nigga. G. I'm still half ratchet, and I still fuck with ratchet bitches, but it's within my control. I still fuck with lots.
So you don't get caught up in that shit. I can respect that.
I ain't hear you.
You don't get caught up in that shit. See, a lot of niggas be coming up on this platform like, oh no, yeah, nigga, we know, nigga.
Nah, bro,
you got a couple ratchets in the tuck for that 3 o'clock morning. You know what I'm talking about?
That's why I don't want to get too deep into politics to where I would never be a politician, because I still want to be ratchet. I wouldn't be a preacher either, because all these people, the Umar Johnsons and shit, people that's getting caught up in these shaming tactics for shit that they do. We all know we human beings, G. You shouldn't be demonized for saying, "Oh, I grab a bitch by the pussy," or you shouldn't be demonized for being fat. Like, if a nigga saw you at, man, I just saw you preacher, whoever, I just saw you in the strip club. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, G, like, I'm the nigga that will be at a charity event in the morning and be at a strip club like that night. Like, that's just me.
Yeah, I'm ratchet.
I don't want to be limited like that.
I'll be out here. You see me out here in the streets. We be out here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be somewhere everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Hole in the wall, up in these spots. It don't matter, man.
And that's look, another thing, another moment of clarity for me, which is more recent. It don't matter what you do, fam. Like, if you doing you, if that's really you, somebody gonna fuck with you. Black, females, white, whoever. Like, I could be a Trump supporting, alcoholic, vegetarian troll on Facebook. That's me.
Yeah.
And it's still gonna be a chick somewhere that's checking for me. Why? Because I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm building my status in the process. Like, the niggas who change who they are trying to impress females, them the ones who had the hardest time. And I ain't the most swagged out nigga. I ain't got the most charisma, none of that. People just fuck with me just because they know me for doing shit that I would do. That's what the moment of clarity I didn't have recently. So it's just more of a reason to be yourself.
Yeah. So, like, as far as the black single mothers you found, would you date another one, or you wrote them off?
No, bro. I still be kicking it. Like, I wouldn't be in a relationship with a single mother. And
okay.
I said that and got a bunch of backlash, but that don't mean I hate single mothers or I would.
Oh yeah, I was on Facebook when you said that shit. You said, yeah. I'm not nigga, they went crazy.
All I said was, and I go back, like, search it. It said, I'm not interested in relationships with single mothers. Instantly, hundreds of comments and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
hey, I'm gonna put that shit on my page. I'm gonna see how they go.
Bro, it was going nuts. And this, I'm talking
I'm gonna see how nuts they go.
I got family members calling me and shit. I got people like, man, what's wrong? You're bitter. I'm like, what do I?
Oh yeah, they always say you bitter. What single mother hurt you?
Yeah, those are just like.
Now, I don't think the fact that with Shorty, see, they will say shit like that to you.
Yeah, they'll bring that back up.
It wasn't the fact that she was a single mother and she hurt you. It's the fact that she just hurt you. That's you know what I'm saying? The kid didn't make it more devastating. She was just doing some ratchet shit. She got caught doing dicks in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, if that shit hurt, that shit hurt. The fact that she's a single mother don't mean nothing about it. She was just ratchet motherfucker doing her.
This was when people do that. This is what they relying on. Like, they pull your masculinity card. So either they'll say you not being a real man by doing something, or they'll say you're hurt, or you like. They not relying on you to say what's true. Like, if you try to accuse me of being hurt and I'm really hurt, I'm gonna say yes, I'm hurt and I got a reason to be hurt. But if I'm not hurt, I'm be like, no, I'm just giving a criticism. And they don't want you to do that either. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna always throw out the you hurt, you bitter, you motherfuckers can't get laid, motherfuckers gay, motherfuckers just whatever they could think of, and they trying to shut down the conversation. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I done heard all the shaming tactics. You're gay. You know what I'm saying? You hate your mama. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
you can't get females. Black women don't like you.
I just took a black woman on a date and motherfuckers was like salty. What? Why? You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna criticize women and you're gonna be mad at it, why would you be mad that I'm being generous? Or why would you be mad that I'm happy or that I'm having a good time? Like, motherfuckers, they gonna hate you. Pac said it. Motherfuckers gonna hate you for whatever you do. Like, real shit. Especially if you look happy. If you look like you're enjoying yourself. I have fun at the Trump rallies. I have fun going on dates. I have fun traveling. I have fun trolling motherfuckers on the internet. And it's like the real butthurt, bitter people are the ones that's accusing you of being butthurt and bitter. Like, it's projection. Motherfuckers be mad. Motherfuckers be salty. Yeah, and the more, look, G, we just gonna get better in time if we stay focused on our own, on improving ourselves and staying out of pitfalls. Half of the battle is just getting out the jam. You know what I'm saying? Half of the battle is not getting caught up in some bullshit.
Yeah. And another thing I want to touch on, man, because a lot of niggas get this shit misconstrued. You know, so I know you say you study the midtown philosophy and shit like that, but you a nigga I know personally that know how to actually move out here. So some of them niggas is weird as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they so anti-women that they just don't get women. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like don't fucking deal with them at all. It's almost
genuine. It's some genuine misogynists. Like, and that's another thing they'll say, you hate women, you're a misogynist. There are some genuine misogynists, just like there's some genuine misandrists. Like, there's really feminists that hate men. They hate anything with a dick, G, for real. And these people exist. But if we just look at everything on a spectrum, like, it's an extremist in every crowd. It's extreme Islamists. It's extreme Christians. It's extreme pro-blacks. It's extreme white nationalists. Like, it's extremists everywhere. But, like, let's judge each other on what we know. Like, I would judge you based off of what I see you do.
Case by case scenario. Just case by case.
People don't want to do that. They just want to, like, throw the label. It's all about labeling, G. Like, and I hate to keep quoting Trump, G, but the shit be so funny because he just saying how he's like, it's just words. It's just words. I don't know if you was watching the debates, but like Hillary will throw out this long ass lecture because she's an academician. Like, she's very intelligent. These people not stupid. It's they crowds, they followers that might be stupid, but not them. These are highly intelligent, deceptive motherfuckers, G. And she'll get like a whole little rant, and everybody will be looking at Trump like, what you finna say? And he'll just be like, it's just words, G. Like, look at this bitch, G. She been in office. She been in the scene for 30 years, G. What the fuck has she done? It's just words. The bitch just talk. And when you expose motherfuckers like that, and people think about it like that is just words. Like, all right, let me not focus on the magic behind what she's saying. Let me look at this. Look at this bitch. Like when we heat motherfuckers, you be like, hey man, first off, you ugly as hell. Like, just look at the motherfuckers. Look at this motherfucker, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. So when people be like, you hate women, look at me, G. Like, look at what I do, and you be the judge. But a lot of people they can't think for themselves, so they hear the word, they hear like the triggering word, and they get afraid. You know what I'm saying?
What do you look for when you evaluating women to deal with? You know what I'm saying? Now we done got our consciousness right.
Right.
It's like a lot of these niggas, you know, they take this he-man, woman-headed shit philosophy to the heart. And like niggas really, like, the goal at hand is to find a good woman and keep her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like what is some of the criteria that you evaluate these women on, whether you're gonna deal with them on whatever level or not?
This is the primary, this is like the biggest thing, I want to say for any guy, but for myself is, are they pleasant to be around? Like, if you could be bad as hell, you could be average looking, or you could be borderline, shorty ain't all that, but if you pleasant to be around, if you're not a headache, you know what I'm saying, you're not a total bitch or a pain in the ass, I can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It might not fuck with you to the fullest extent, because I friend zone chicks too. I got some female friends who really looked at me differently when I wasn't trying to smash. They're like, man, come on, man, what you want? I'm like, I'm chilling, G. Like, I got my bitches I can fuck if I'm really like on some booty call hours type shit. But my primary, the thing I look for is, are they pleasant to be around and are they attractive? I don't mind the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Chivalrous thing. I'm not saying that I need to be paying for every bitch date, but if she's appreciative, I got you. Because I would do the same thing for my guy friends. If motherfucker's short, I'm going to look out for you like I got you. Just, I would expect you to look out for me. I don't know if I answer your question. Really just be pleasant to be around. That's what I want.
Yeah, man. These motherfuckers on Facebook playing a lot of goddamn games. But,
and I think, like, wait, my bad, G. I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's another thing that I think a lot of women, I ain't talking about single mothers, just women in general, they don't believe. Like, women think that men think like them, and that's not the case all the time. Like, we don't give a fuck about how much money you make. We don't really always care about if you're successful. We care about, do you fit into my program? Like, are you compatible with what I'm trying to do, with who I am? And so for people to be like, because this is another thing I get just in conversation, there don't be no argument, but some of my lady friends, they be like, yeah, you know, these men intimidated by me. Some of them really are, but some of them don't care, you know what I'm saying? and it raises the question like, why are you dealing with men that are intimidated by you? I'm intimidated by some women for different reasons.
Thing, though. A lot of women have never been turned down. Like, honestly, I talked about this in the
they don't put themselves in position to be rejected.
A lot of women can't handle rejection, and I got a video called "You Only." I think it was I said something like what defines a man is by how much pussy he can turn down. And when you turn down a woman who's hot and ready, like, you know what I'm saying, who's never been turned down before, and it's just because like you see it's going to be problematic. It's not more of a benefit to fucking her and to fucking with her like that. It's no benefit in it. It's more of a headache. And you turn her down, she gonna go
nuts.
She don't evaluate herself. She goes in on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you become the enemy and fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I've been turned down for some pussy before.
Niggas
I ain't gonna do drive-bys on motherfuckers. And, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna scratch up niggas' cars and shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna motherfucking go crazy and you know, air a motherfucker out on Facebook and show old text messages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I took the L. Okay. I took my L and moved on.
Yeah, because the quicker you do it, the more time you can spend seeking somebody that's not gonna reject you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think a lot of women are comfortable putting themselves in a position where they could be rejected. That's why they deal with it. That's why they deal with niggas that they're not attracted to. Like, for any woman to say,
well, they only do that shit when they know like they value is down. Because a lot of single mothers deal with a nigga now. Like, they get to the closer they get to his 40, and they single mothers, the closer they get to his 40, the way that nigga looks means nothing no more. No. It's about
going in and out, bro. I can hear you.
Huh?
You was going in and out like your microphone.
My bad. I was saying that once a black single mother hit about almost close to 40, you know what I'm saying? She mid-30s.
Yeah, when they hit
the way the nigga look means nothing no more. Like, she don't give a fuck about that shit. It's about stability.
About resources.
And it's about you know, not being left behind. This bitch don't want to die alone.
Right.
She like, I gotta give me a nigga before it's all over. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the body no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't match wits with these motherfuckers. I got too many kids. These young hoes is tearing me up. The white hoes, I need to tighten up. All I can do is fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? Trick Daddy got on their ass too, boy. Trick Daddy got on their ass.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers go. He said, y'all motherfuckers hoes gonna be useless. You know what I'm saying?
You still breaking up. I heard you say something about Trick Daddy. I saw that video. I finally got around to seeing it.
Yeah, man. You know, and they
he ain't lying, G. He ain't saying nothing wrong. Like, he's saying, we all saying the same shit. It's just not in a rap song. Like, I think you said that. Like, if Trick Daddy would have said that same thing on the
Trick Daddy would have said that shit on beat, man. That shit would have
put a beat that a bitch could twerk to, then it's all good. But if you just on Facebook or Snapchat and you just like keeping it 100, motherfuckers act like you hate women.
Yeah, I'm about to start doing my Facebook rants to beats.
Well, hey, maybe that's what
I'm gonna start rapping.
And just put a hook on that.
Yeah, I'm about to start rapping this shit. All my single mother messages gonna be songs now, because these motherfuckers, they gonna stop flagging the nigga, man. How long you in Facebook jail for?
Shit, probably a Monday or Tuesday or something. And now I'm like, I need to like probably create another page because they might try to take that shit down. Like, I can still log in. Let me try it now. I can still log in, but I can't comment on shit. I can just see it. And every time I log in, I see something else that they didn't get taken down.
I'm on my like six Facebook pages. I got 2 going right now. The ones I had before, they was all maxed out 5,000. I can't even get in the motherfuckers no more. They won't even let me in the motherfuckers. They said it's still under review. This shit been going on.
Yeah, they ain't gonna open it back up.
They ain't opening shit back up. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I already got the fan base, so I'm just gonna keep sending out the requests.
I saw that. That's just funny too. I saw that happen to you a couple of times. And every time you just come back stronger anyway. So like, what's the point in trying to bash motherfuckers? Trying to get shit banned.
And my new thing though now, I'm not fucking taking this shit with a grain of salt no more and taking this shit on the chin. I'm flagging these hoes.
Yeah.
Anytime these bitches come on my page,
being nice.
These bitches say some crazy shit like "fuck you," "I hope niggas like you die," flagging your ass. Yeah. Then I'm going through your whole account and I'm flagging all them nasty pictures of you at the club and all your half dressed ass pictures. I'm flagging your ass. Like that bitch tried to air me out. I called everybody. Everybody flagged her page, bro. You flagged her page too.
Yeah.
All that shit came down. She mad as hell.
I hate to say it, but I might have to start doing that too.
We gotta get a team. Like you gotta have like, all right, look, these are my.
I see people doing. They on my page now. A lot of people reported old girl, but see, I was late. Well,
I'm gonna tell you the formula too. There's one fucking thing that you can put on Facebook that's gonna get your shit taken off automatically. When I hit you the first time, I was like, yo, say this. But no, when you say what I'm about to tell you, I'm gonna hit you later on. I can't say it in front of everybody.
Right.
But you put that shit up, that post coming down right there. You know what I'm saying? All you need is like 3 motherfuckers to say the same shit.
Yeah, like if it's criticized in a protected class or something like that. I know like certain.
I talking about that shit. But man, when I figured that shit out, I'm like, okay, that's what these motherfuckers doing. Because I done had posts up there that they had no cursing on it. My last post that got me banned, you know what the post said?
What did it say?
It said, "Why are black women acting so ratchet?" And it was a picture of a black woman twerking or some shit. There wasn't no nudity, no nothing. It was something real raggedy and ratchet. And I'm like, it was like literally like 5 words, and they got flagged for like nudity.
Some type of insensitive. It goes against community guidelines and shit.
I'm like, this was some bullshit. So that other page, I gotta work that one another way. But the new page is picking up, and like I told them, I'm not shutting this shit down, man. Fuck they ass. They get on my goddamn nerves with this shit.
I don't want it. That's the thing. I don't even want to have to ban people or flag them, because
you got to. You gotta flag them, or they gonna flag you.
That's exactly what happened to me. Trying to be cool, trying to be nice and shit. Cause see, that's Facebook. Facebook could do what they want to do. My bad. Facebook could do what they want to do. All these social media platforms can do that, but in real life, that's actually freedom of speech. They compromise in freedom of speech. So if we want to have that right, we want to have freedom of speech, then shit.
Oh, they want freedom of speech just as long as you don't tell their ass the truth.
Yeah, they want their freedom of speech, not yours. Because the minute you say
my freedom of speech is tell black single mothers that y'all are destroying the black community. And I say that shit all the time. I do not bite my tongue on that shit. They are the driving force. They are creating and breeding and manufacturing every nigga that's killing motherfuckers in Chicago. And I swear, at least 97% of them motherfuckers out here killing motherfuckers in Chicago came from single mothers. I'm confident in that shit. I am confident in that shit. I can spin the room, and I know I can go through Inglewood and just ring the doorbell. And it's gonna be a single mother gonna be there. It's gonna be a single mother there.
Right. Mama and
grandma. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking marriages in Inglewood.
That's another thing. Like when you get when you get these people that come from the hood and they successful, whether they're like athletes or in the workforce, they don't stay there. They move. They have to move for their own safety, for their own sanity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to say about the black community. People think that I'm just like this coon that can't fuck with blacks and I'm like pandering to white people. No, really, the people who disrespect me are people I'm most familiar with. Yeah. It ain't because like the people that support me, so to say, I wouldn't even look at their nationality or their race. It ain't even because they white. It's just because we agree on certain things. I could piss them off and they'll be on the same, oh, Marcus, I'm disappointed. Fuck, like whatever. Like you're gonna offend somebody with everything, but like you said, it's the black single mothers. Them motherfuckers gonna come after you each and every time, G. And
dude, they are relentless, man. Like,
yeah.
I remember I was dating one, and she just be on my fucking Facebook page, stalking my Facebook page all day. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like this is before I was doing single mother rants. Like I was actually dating one like about four years ago. she was on my page. Anytime I said anything about just anything or like the motherfucking picture, like they are that fucking petty. Like they take the time out, you know what I'm saying, to really fucking just get out here and just be petty as hell. Anytime I criticize black people or criticize black women or anything like that, she's on it. I'm like, God damn, I tried to block her. None of that shit worked. Like, these motherfuckers are petty and relentless. I don't know what it is, man, but the black
I know what it is. They like drama, G. Like, it's the same with my page. Look at my page, G. If it's still there, like, I post shit on men's fashion. I post shit on, like, health and awareness, all that type of shit. Nobody be checking for that, G. Like you said, it be the exact same people that respond to anything. If you criticizing women or if you criticizing blacks or whatever, or even criticizing rappers. Like, when I first started talking about the rap game and shit had its gatekeepers, I had niggas calling me, G. Hey man, you need to stop talking like that, or you burning your bridges, and you know.
Man, fuck these DJs.
I ain't got no bridges, nigga. Fuck all these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to go in on their ass.
What you say?
I can't wait to go in on their ass. I got something special for them motherfuckers. All them old ass DJs.
They all doing the same thing, G. You speaking truth, but it's shit that they don't want you to say. Like, if it's something they agree with, they cool. But the minute you start kind of going overboard, then they want to shut you down. They want to censor you. But like you said, like, you could be talking about other things. You did when you was doing the workout videos. I'm like, man, I need to take my ass to the gym. You know, like, that was inspiring.
Yeah.
It don't get as much traffic as if you say something like what you say. Bitches be ratchet or whatever. Like, the ratchet bitches, they come and respond to the shit they don't agree with.
This is my thing. I don't understand. I hate ratchet rebuttals. Like, I don't like to put nobody on blast, but it be bitches that be like, I know for a fact, bitch, you got 4 kids by 5 different niggas, right? You know what I'm saying? 4 kids by 5 different niggas.
Right.
That means you lying to both of these niggas. Now, you get on here and I say some shit that's real about single mother, and you really get out here and really try to defend this shit. That's why I be trying to, like, look, prove to me that black single motherhood is a good thing. It's been producing great people. You know what I'm saying? It's been producing the best society for us to live in. You know what I'm saying? It's the best economic plan. None of these motherfuckers want to have that argument. They're like, okay, they'll name a few motherfuckers who came out of that single motherhood construct and may have survived it and are doing good. But overall, the black community is raised by single mothers. And that's why this shit is all fucked up. Like, I just gotta be real about it. Inglewood, all them little niggas is product of the raising of grandmama and Lil Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Lil Tasha. You know, so I just be listening to them. They be trying to defend it.
They be trying to just own it.
And just be like, look, man, I was out here fucking, man. I fucked up. I shouldn't have been out here fucking like that. That's why I'm set back. That's why I don't got no husband. That's why I'm living on Section 8. That's why, you know what I'm saying? And I tell any young girl, don't do this. Nah. They hear the truth. Fuck you. You hate your own. You hate your own. You hate your own. You just mad and you gay.
Right. That's all they can say. They have no argument, G. That's all they can say. Yeah. And see, this is the difference between men and women from my observation, G. Like, we could talk about niggas that ain't shit. We could say, like, a chick could say, yeah, niggas ain't shit. And I would agree with them and be like, yeah, it's a lot of niggas that ain't shit. They can't do that. So if I was to say, you know, black single mothers contribute to poverty, they contribute to violence in the community, they contribute to the weakening of men. When people say all these men weak as hell, yeah, they products of single mothers. You can't say that though. All right, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, they think that because they can point out the exceptions that you're supposed to expect that, like, accept it. Like, if somebody's successful and they was raised in a single mother household, they're an exception. Like, that's like somebody winning the lottery. It don't mean everybody wins the lottery. I mean, that one motherfucker or them few people did. Like, they don't
like, okay, so that's like saying, like, Derrick Rose's mama, a single mother, got a bunch of brothers. Now, he got a bunch of brothers. His other brothers was going to the joint, fucking around in the streets, doing all that. But the fact that she created Derrick Rose, she's a great single mother.
Right.
We ain't talking about none of the other boys that she raised. What they was doing.
How many other Derrick Roses didn't make it? Derrick Roses that we don't know about, or Derrick Roses that's out here killing niggas, robbing niggas.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they never fucking really want to really own their bullshit. They only own what
the glorification. Yeah, like that's the people that be like, not all. If I say black women are beautiful, that's a generalization. I mean, there's some ugly ass black chicks, but you know, people would still be like, yeah, right on, brother. Like that's what's up. If I say black women are combative, not all black women are combative. Like, they go clean in. What you said? Fuck you. Yeah. They want to disagree with you. Come on, man. Generalizations and stereotypes exist for a reason. I mean, they may
because there's some truth to all of them shit. No, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know some other thing, man. My boy called me, man. He talking about shit. Now, he said, man, I want you to try this shit. Tell a black woman you have some real beauty, like tell her like you look African. Tell a black woman she looks African, and look at the response she gets. They will go crazy, but you will have these same hoes to tell you about their Cherokee Indian heritage.
Tell them they look mixed, and they'll think it's a compliment. But if you say you look Nigerian, or you look like something that's really tied to Africa, or this another thing, when people say black is beautiful, this another test. Like, bring up a motherfucker that's black as fuck, G. Like, not no Photoshop shit, but like not the smooth skin black. I'm talking about like black as fuck, just black as hell. Not no suntan. That's their real complexion. They have high melanin, high pigmentation, whatever. They're not attracted to that, you know. Like, and the same thing. Not to make this about white people. White people the same way. Like they would rather be tan than to be extremely pale. Just like black motherfuckers want to be fair skinned instead of being black as fuck, crispy, black as fuck. I mean, we gotta stop with this fantasy shit, man. We gotta stop like babying motherfuckers. That's why the black community is the way it is. Like the leaders that we have, and when I say leaders, I'm talking about like the social activists and the preachers and the politicians. They pander to women. They not gonna tell women get your shit together. They gonna tell men to get their shit together. They're not gonna tell, like, look at the church. Like, it's all old ladies. When you an old lady and you can't pull no young nigga no more, or ain't nobody checking for you, now it's time to go to church. Because that's the only place where you can get male attention, and it's gonna be from a pastor that's up here. Somebody else said this, he's the alpha male of that environment, of the church. And shit, when you old as fuck, ain't nobody checking for you no more. That's when you get these super Christian old ladies with the big hats. Like they used to be somebody before they was somebody's grandma, they was somebody's thought. They was somebody's person.
That's another thing too, man. A lot of niggas, a lot of people, just period, women too. Nobody want to admit that their mama was a hoe. Nobody, I'm serious. Like nobody really want to admit that their grandma was a hoe. Like if you got a bunch of step granddaddies or whatever the fuck. If all the kids really stuff, like nobody want to admit that these old women in the family was hoes, and the middle-aged women of the family is reformed hoes. Nobody else want to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about this shit. All hoes get old, man. All hoes get old, man.
Hey, that's a hashtag, G. All
hoes get old. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the city. Like, I don't know what age when you first was able to go to a strip club. I got in Arnie's at probably at like 16, 17. And I had to ask my guy, right? Yeah. I was like, dog, he was he was in high school. We were sneaking in the strip club. So I was like, but now that I'm in my 30s, right? If I go to that same strip club, them hoes don't work there no more. So I had to ask myself, like, what are them hoes doing with their life right now? Like, all them hoes with all them tats and all that shit. Like, them hoes had kids. Them hoes produce kids and shit. Like, what are they doing right now? All hoes get old, man.
all hoes get old, G. And like, I saw this another thing. I used to work as an EMT. I worked for a private ambulance company. We would we did like patient transportation in nursing homes and shit. All old ladies. Like, it's sad to think that most men die at a younger age. So I mean, you got your old guys in the senior citizen buildings, but like taking patients there and seeing like the women as opposed to the men, niggas be dying. Niggas die early, but in the old folks' home, it's all old ladies, and like you said, they nice, they happy to see you, they happy to have any type of attention, and you gotta be nice and courteous to them. But I've had old ladies like flirting with me, and I'm just like, ugh, you like tragic. But it just really raised the question, like, who is this person who is this old person I'm looking at when they was our age? You know what I'm saying? Who was this person? Is this a respectable motherfucker? Because if so, I mean, perhaps they would have a family they wouldn't be in an old folks home. Like, people who usually go to old folks home, they family ain't taking care of them. Like, old people who really put in work, they die with their family. You know what I'm saying? It be they
well, that goes back to this too, because I always question whether or not these black single mothers actually really love their kids, because I've noticed that when a kid turned 18, black people cut their kids the fuck off. You're done. Yeah. You're done. I did my job. The government say I ain't gotta do shit else for you. Nope.
That be the only reason. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got shit to do with altruism or really caring about their kid. They just wanna.
White people will have their kids on their fucking phone plan, health insurance, everything, all the way to age 26. They be married, living on their own, and be like, oh shit, I gotta get off my parents' car insurance.
They got a whole different.
They close to 30.
They got a whole different perspective, like a whole level of respect for family. And where we from, family is just a nigga that you grew up in the house with or something like that. Like, if you lucky, you might know some of your cousins or some of your daddy's side, but really, we don't. Our whole concept of family is fucked up. It's just, it revolves around mama, and once mama gone, ain't nobody fucking with each other like that.
Yeah. So when you be out in the streets, man, what type of spots do you frequent, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in the ratchet spots with all the single mothers, or you fucking with other races now? What you doing, man?
Well, like I said, I'm still kind of in the middle. I ain't got it like people think I got it. So I ain't been to the ratchet spots that everybody been to. I ain't really been clubbing since Adriana's, to be honest. And once
that was real clubbing, nigga.
Well, that ain't even Adriana's no more. It's something else, ain't it? Like the Palace or some shit.
I don't even know, like that type of shit.
Like, you know what it is? Like they got a club, they be cracking in, motherfuckers get shot, somebody get murked in that bitch, and they close it down and reopen it with a new name. That's all they do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who. I ain't been to Red Diamonds yet. I go to like Polecats and shit. That's like out.
Which one?
What you say?
Which one?
It's more than one Polecat. I only been to the one in the hundred. Like
the other one then. I got a
Oh, I thought you was talking about strip clubs or.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just talking about realistic, because, like, you know what I'm saying?
This like, another thing.
Just to observe, like, when you be out, like, I be like, they don't want to play a game. Like, how many motherfuckers in here got on weave, and how many motherfuckers in here single mother? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could almost just look at the demeanor of a motherfucker and be like, you got kids.
Oh yeah, you already know. Shit, I ain't been kicking it like that. I ain't been out.
When a bitch drinking Hennessy straight, you know she got a couple kids, man.
Oh yeah, them the mamas that they found
bitch drinking motherfucking Crown, that Apple Crown straight. She got a couple babies, nigga.
Yeah, man. Shit, I ain't been out like that. I ain't been kicking it. Like, if anything, I've been driving, and that's another thing. This is a shameless plug, but I fuck with Aaron Clary, with the dude who he wrote The Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. I did that cover for him, and Bachelor Pad Economics. He wrote a bunch of shit, but like some of the stuff that he said, I'm putting into my social life now in terms of like traveling. So I got more friends that's out of town. I see them more often than my friends that's in town. And I do, like, sometimes I might do meetups or something like that. I did what you call that shit? speed friending. It's almost like speed dating, just without thirsty motherfuckers. So like speed friending, it's a different experience. It ain't like the club. It's like for people that's new in town, or for motherfuckers who just don't go to the club. Like you could go speed friending and meet people, and it'll just be random as hell. You just end up kicking it with them at a fucking Cubs game or something like that. I see people going up to the Cubs stadium too now, but them are like bandwagoners and shit. People they ain't really Cubs fans. They just want to turn up and shit.
The city about to get tore up.
I ain't finna be around this shit. I ain't finna be around.
One time, I was like, I ain't coming back down there. That shit crazy. This motherfucker came up in the bar with a Cubs cape on. Like, I was like, wow. Yeah, man. But man, I'm glad I got to holler at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, you got your property damaged. You had a viral experience with a black single mother. Don't nobody know, like, you know me. That's my expertise. I'm gonna critique these single mothers, and I'm glad to see you ain't get that bride knocked up. You know, you on your money, you on your hustle. You ain't got no money. These hoes out here pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You know, more brothers like you. You gotta tell the story, and you gotta let niggas know when that book coming out, man. Because more motherfuckers gotta really, really know so they can learn and not go down the road that a lot of these other brothers have gone down, trying to cape and love these black single mothers who are not going to appreciate the hard work and efforts that you bring to the table.
Likewise, bro. I'm just proud. I'm happy to see you doing your thing right now. I tell you this all the time, man. Like this is you, G. This is your lane. The volume, the traffic you get is speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? But hey, both of us locked up right now, G. I'm gonna try to turn up with you when we get out the joint and shit out the Facebook jail.
Yeah, man, we in Facebook jail, man. We gonna I'm about to show you how to work this shit, man. Get you a second Facebook. I'm gonna show you how to make it go to the other Facebook.
I'm gonna need it because I think they recruiting, man. They out here trying to shut niggas down, G.
Oh man, you know, black single mothers, man, they gonna attack, man. They gonna attack, man. They on full-fledged attack mode. But I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. I gotta make some moves, man. I'm gonna holler at you though, fam.
All right, for sure.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey man, that's your brother, man. Marcus A. Brown. Make sure y'all get up in the description. You know, check his stuff out. Check out his content. He got a lot of good content on his channel. You know, and definitely check out his Facebook page. He talks about a lot of issues. He says a lot of the shit that I say, but it's a little bit more cleaner. So if you don't like all the cursing, you might like his style. You know, and make sure y'all like, subscribe to the Minister, the realest channel on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all donate. You know what I'm saying? Man, I appreciate all y'all motherfuckers coming in the motherfucking hangout. If anybody want to schedule a hangout with me, man, you already know the email, ministerjap@gmail.com. All right? Peace.